Okay guys, so as usual, we're going to be starting off by using our Essence eyeshadow primer that I usually always use, and I'm going to be taking my Holy Grail sponge. This is the Echo Tools green sponge. I love this sponge so much, and just going to be smoothing out the primer on the eyes. Next, I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte face powder. I'm just going to take some of that and tap it into the primer. That way it creates a smooth canvas for our eyeshadows. And I am also going to be putting the powder all over my face. I'm thinking about doing a video on the technique applying powder before your foundation. So I was kind of trying it out a little bit in this video, and I feel like the makeup still went on beautifully. I need to do like a half with powder before, half with like no powder. See if there's really a difference. So give it a big thumbs up if you really do want to see that. So the eyeshadow that we're going to go in with first is the Face Shop eyeshadow. This is like a very beautiful papaya mango eyeshadow. That's like what I named this eyeshadow because the name is in Korean and I cannot read that. It's so beautiful. I love this eyeshadow so much. So what I'm going to be doing is just taking that onto the crease using a Morphe brush. And look at that eyeshadow. Is it not like the most beautiful eyeshadow you have seen? Oh, I love it so much. I've been obsessed with this eyeshadow. Definitely a March favorite. I cannot tell you guys how much I've been using it. So we just want to really get this color really blown out onto the crease, kind of a transition shade onto the eye. So next, we're going to be going into the Too Faced Chocolate Bomb Bombs palette for this tutorial, which smells delicious, divine. And the first shadow that we're going to be going into is Divinity. It's basically like a matte cream shade that we're going to be taking onto the brow bone just to give us that like highlight. Next, we're going to be going into the shade Totally Fetch, which is my favorite in this palette. I know, hot pink. Yeah, it's my favorite. And we're going to be applying that onto the outer V and blending it in until we are satisfied and it's nice and even. I love this eyeshadow so much. Like the color, like the peachy mango color with that hot pink. It's so beautiful. And I'm also applying it to the inner corner since this is a halo eye tutorial. And then we're going to go back into the peachy mango and just blending that into the hot pink shade. Then we're going to be using our finger and going into Cotton Candy, which is truly a cotton candy color, and applying it to the center of the eyelids to give it that pop that the eyes are totally asking for. Then I'm going to be taking a little bit more of Totally Fetch, just kind of blending into the corners just so that the shimmer shade Cotton Candy doesn't look like it was just dabbed on. And then I'm also going to be taking Black Currant, which is kind of like a purple, just to deepen out that outer V a little bit. I like to give some depth to my eyes, and I feel like adding a little dash of a dark color helps a lot. I'm going back into the shade Cotton Candy, but this time I am going to wet it with water just to make it more of a metallic foil finish, and applying that to the center of my eyes, right over where we had it already. And it just looks so beautiful. What can I say? It gives your eyes such an amazing pop of color. I love it. And I'm just going to blend in a little bit of Totally Fetch again just to even out the edges. Eyeshadow is all about blending. The key is blending, definitely. And that's how it looks so far. So now I'm going to be adding this beautiful pigment glitter. This one is from the Stila Magnificent Liquid Eyeshadows. It is in this shade Kitten Caramel. And as you can see, I just take the spatula and kind of spatula it on, dab it on, blend it as quick as possible. I like to do one eye first and the other one because it does dry really quick, and once it dries, if you touch it, it's going to be fallout galore everywhere. So the trick is not touching it after it's dry. So then I'm going to go with a more precise brush, take a little bit more of Totally Fetch, and just kind of work it into the corners of the pigment glitter and the eyes just to make it nice and even. And then I'm going to go back into that peachy mango shade. Again, guys, the key is blending and just adding that onto the transition because I really want the peach mango to stand out as well. And then I'm just cleaning up the edges using a makeup remover wipe. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the NYX Vivid Brights. This one is in the shade named Vivid Fire, and This eyeliner is on fire. It's so beautiful. I love it. It's more of a hot pink than a red in my opinion, but it looks so beautiful. And for Coachella, you're really gonna stand out. If you want to stand out, this is where it's at. Of course, if you don't, you could go for like maybe more of a dark purple eyeliner or a black. And again, you could do your wing however you want, whatever suits you best, whatever you like. And now on the face, we're going to be using our Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And we're just going to dab that onto the face and blend it all out to create a very nice smooth canvas where our foundation is going to last all day long and not break apart. So highly recommend this primer. I love it. Next, I'm going to be going into my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. This one is in the shade 230. I love it so much. I have rediscovered this foundation. This is like my March favorites in here. This is again another March favorite. It's like, oh, I have been loving the Wet n Wild one, but this one has just, it came back to me. I started using it again, and I fell in love with it all over again. And again, I'm using my EcoTool sponge that I love so much. So I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild concealer that just came out about, I want to say, 2.5 months ago. I do have a review with this, so I will link it up here in a card. And I'm just going to be blending that out. This one, is, by the way, is in the shade Medium Beige. So just going to be blending that out. You can see I highlighted my nose, under the contour, on the Cupid's bow, and of course under the eyes. And just gonna blend that baby. It blends really, really nice. I like the consistency. I like the coverage. It's really, really beautiful. Have no complaints for $3.99. This concealer is bomb.com. Highly recommend it. Of course, my Rimmel Perfect Match is still #1, but you get my drift. So I'm gonna be applying some Laura Mercier powder under my eyes. Not really baking too much, just a little bit. But basically, I just want to powder my face slightly. I am going to be using the Benefit Ka-Brow in the shade #4 and an IT Cosmetics brush, and be right back. So now that we're back, I'm just going to be taking away all my excess powder that's on my face, just kind of tapping it into the places where I didn't put any. And this is just going to create a more of a smooth finish to the foundation. Then I'm going to be going into the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero palette that I've been loving so much. I'm going to go into the shade Forever Lit. It's like a very kind of white purple undertone highlight. And I'm going to be applying that under the eyes. Yes, under the eyes. Now this is totally optional. If you want to stop with the pink eyeliner, you could stop there. But you know, Amy, I had to be a little bit extra. By a little bit, of course, I mean a lot. And this is what I came up with. You don't have to do this part. So now I'm going to be going to the Cargo palette. It's called the Land Down Under. I don't know if you can still get this. I got this one in clearance at Kohl's. You can use any shades that might match these. So I'm going to the shade Manly. It's like a very baby blue kind of shade. And this is actually my first time using this palette. And it was not bad, I must say. Not bad at all. And I'm just blending that under the eye as well. Not as far away from the eye as I did with the highlight. Keeping it a little bit more inward. And again, you can see now I'm taking the shade Bondi and I'm applying that right under the waterline, the lash line. This one, again, I kind of want to create a gradient from like dark to light to almost a white highlight shade. That's exactly what I was going for. And then just to create a little pop, I'm going to take Totally Fetch and just put it right under the lower lash line, as you can see in the video. I hope the video explains itself because it's a little bit confusing. And then I took a little bit more of the Magnificent liquid eyeshadows by Stila, and I just took it right into the center under my inferior lash line. And, you know, added some sparkle because we want to sparkle. And then I'm just taking the brush and just blending it. This is the same brush that I was using to apply the blue eyeshadows. And now we're going to do our eyelashes and be right back, guys. So now I'm just going to be contouring my face using the Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Cocoa. I'm going to be using two blushes, both Too Faced Love Flush blushes. One is in Baby Love and the other one is in I Will Always Love You. And I kind of just mix those two together. For highlight, I use this Dior Air Luminizer in 001. It's so beautiful. And this is the highlight that I'm wearing. And then I'm going to go into the lips, and I'm going to be using the Milani Amore Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Stunning. And exactly just like that, that's how it looks. Stunning. So now we're just going to be applying MAC Fix Plus, and of course I have to be extra. So now I'm going to show you how not to apply metallic tattoos. So first thing you want to do is pick out the prettiest tattoo that's in the packet. Of course, you only have like 3 of those, and of course you're going to get it right the first like 5 times. So now here's how to actually apply them. So what you want to do is you want to take the next best one to your favorite, which is what happened to me. And you want to like position your sponge, make sure it's really wet with water, and you just want to press it on, and then after a couple seconds you just want to slide it away. Slide it away. As easy as that. That's what you want to do. You don't want to like, you know how you usually just peel it off? No, you want to slide it away. That way you're not going to peel the tattoo off your makeup. So, of course, the secret is practicing. I got it after like 4 times. No biggie. I wanted to add a little bit of highlighter, so I took a little bit of this gold shade. You could take any highlight and apply it to the black one just so that it glowed, because, of course, we need more glow. And then I'm taking this Estee Lauder kohl liner. It's a very black and just tight lining. Then I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Cowboy glitter liner and just applying some of that to my wing. You know, want to be extra sparkly. And of course, I'm also adding some to my lips. And the shade's actually called Midnight Cowboy, not just Cowboy. And we're just going to dab that onto the lips. This one I don't really recommend because the glitter could kind of go everywhere. So maybe don't add it to the lips. And we're done in 3, 2, 1, let's go.